In today's video, I'll be talking about Caine Weiner. Hi, I'm consumer protection attorney Bill Clanton, and I've helped hundreds of consumers deal with debt collection harassment, inaccurate credit reporting, and other consumer-related matters. Caine Weiner is a third-party debt collector based out of Sherman Oaks, California. They've been around since the 1930s, and they collect a large variety of debts from all kinds of folks. They say that they collect 20% of their debt portfolios from Fortune 500 companies. Who knows if that's true? But what I do know is true is that they've been sued over 350 times in federal court for violating the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, which is just one of the laws that protects you from Caine Weiner. I almost forgot it there. Okay, so the three laws to protect you from Caine Weiner are the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, and the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, Caine Weiner has been sued under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act more than any other of these laws, and so I'll start there. Caine Weiner violates the FDCPA any time they disclose your debt to a third party. Anytime they call you before 8 a.m. or after 9 a.m. Caine Weiner, when they send you a letter, they have to strictly follow the FDCPA and make sure it contains no misrepresentations, because if it does contain any kind of misrepresentation, that's a violation of the FDCPA. Any misrepresentation of the character, amount, or legal status of the debt is a violation. Threatening to take an action they cannot legally take or they do not intend to take is a violation. It's a violation for them to report false information on your credit report or to fail to report that you dispute the debt. There's a whole long list of ways that they can violate the FDCPA, and they commonly violate it. So if you've received a letter from Caine Weiner, hold on to it. That's great evidence of misrepresentations. Another law that Caine Weiner may be violating is the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. The TCPA says that if Caine Weiner is using an auto dialer, they cannot call your cell phone without your permission. And if you revoke your permission, they have to stop calling. These cases can be very valuable because the penalty for each call that's placed against the law is $500. And if you can show that they called you knowingly or intentionally, then it can be up to $1,500 per call. The third law that I'm going to talk about that Caine Weiner may be violating is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. The Fair Credit Reporting Act says that when Caine Weiner furnishes information to credit reporting agencies, they have to make sure that it's accurate and not misleading. If they report inaccurate information about you on your credit report, then you need to dispute that information with the credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. I've got another video about that, but I'll just say this: you need to dispute it with them in writing, and then they have to forward it within 5 days to Caine Weiner. Caine Weiner has 30 days to do their investigation and get back to the bureaus, and the bureaus have to get back to you within 45 days. That's a powerful tool to try to get this off your credit report. These are powerful laws that were enacted to protect you. And I'm in your corner. I want to put these laws to work for you. If you're being harassed by Caine Weiner, whether by mail, by telephone, or because of inaccurate credit reporting, I'm in your corner and I want to fight for you. My office doesn't take any money up front in these cases. We take them on a purely contingent basis, meaning we only make a recovery if you make a recovery. When you're ready to turn the tables on Caine Weiner, give me a call. My number's at the end of this video and in the description below. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.